around me.
Coaches, what's going on? Coach Ian Tatum, co-offensive coordinator and offensive line coach at Walkertown High School here in North Carolina. Back at again with another football video. I know it's kind of been a minute. I know I was doing some Twitter videos there for a second. I just wasn't here at the school with some professional development and stuff like that. But now I'm back in the lab, back on the whiteboard. Today we're going to talk about pass pro. All right. As an offensive line coach, I love to run the football, but I actually really do love teaching pass protection. You got to be able to protect the quarterback in order to throw the ball down the field, obviously. So we need to be really good at that. I know it kind of gets a lot of the lost art with teams that don't have a passer. But I think you still got to be able to protect the quarterback even if you're throwing quick game. Be able to hold up in protection is vitally important. So today I'm just going to talk about 3 or 4 different ways that we'll have pass protection. And none of this is groundbreaking. A lot of this is just real simple, full slide, half slide, play action stuff, with a back, without a back. We'll do a little bit of MD maybe. Talk about pass pro in general. So pass pro. First thing I want to say is pass pro is not passive, okay? Especially for the offensive lineman. I teach it very similar to how I teach run blocking. Everything's aggressive. Everything, remember, not firing off the ball. You might be setting, but if a guy goes and puts an inside move on you, we're going to be turning it into a down block or a run block. And then once we get our hands on guys in the pass protection, we are driving them back out, right? So things kind of marry up and mirror a little bit with run blocking and pass blocking. So that's one big thing. I would really encourage you. I don't know if you teach, kind of maybe backpedal and then kind of engage and hopefully the ball's gone. That's not really pass pro to me. That's hoping that our offensive line can just not get us hurt. And then I think it's a very weak and soft mentality to have as an offensive line coach. And if that offends you, let me know. I'll tell you why you're wrong. But anyway, let's get into some pass pro on the board. All right, so we're going to talk about simple pass pro and what that means to me. So this is not really, we already did some drills on that in my last video. Go check it out. My everyday drills, talking about pass pro, stuff like that. I'm going to talk about what we're responsible for and how I teach it. All right, so right now we're going to talk about full slide. All right, and I tell my guys straight up, this is the easiest concept we will have to do in all of playing football. So what is it? Full slide, if you don't know, I'm going to keep this real simple. Full slide is when we are all sliding to one side. You might know it as 90-91, full slide, 3-step protection. 3-slide protection, excuse me. Okay, so we have the quarterback, and so we're going to slide to the right. Okay, you can put the running back on either side, but for just keep it simple, we're going to keep the back away from where we're sliding. Okay, so we're going to slide to the right, we're going to have the back on the left, okay? On full slide, everybody's responsible for their play side gap, almost like zone, okay? But we're all sliding instead of stepping in and come off the ball. All right, so this tackle, he's responsible for this C gap, okay? The guard is responsible for this B gap, center is responsible for this A gap, backside guard is responsible for that A gap, and backside tackle is responsible for that B gap, okay? And then the tailback is responsible, coming tight off of this tackle, for this backside C gap. Basic full slide, right? Now, what we tell our guys is you need to have your eyes in your gap. Why is that, Coach Tatum? Well, the reason is because guys get bored, right? And we always tell guys, look for work and all those different things. So if I'm a guard and I'm sliding in my gap and I don't have anybody immediately there, guys start to get nosy, right? And they start to go this way and go that way. Well, that's when run-throughs happen or stunts happen in the gap. So we need to set to our gap, eyes in our gap, and we need to be able to lend hands to our buddies, okay? If I'm the left guard and I'm setting to the left and I have this right side B gap set here, I can give presence in the A gap with my right hand, and I can get my left hand back into the B gap, okay? So keep your eyes in the A in your gap, and you can lend hands until something comes, okay? That's helping out. All right, so that's what we're talking about, full slide, okay? Now, there's some things you can do with this back. We'll go same side. We'll even cross and do almost like a little bit of a play action where the quarterback gets the ball, he's going to ride it down and then come through. Just change it up a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's still full slide, all right? While we're talking about full slide, let's say that we are just like this, and we have a tight end right here. All right. I must say that our running back is a good pass catcher. All right, and our tight end's a better blocker. Well, we can just as easily full slide and have our tight end come right here, right over the C gap, and then send him out on a route. Whatever you want to do, right? So if you don't have a running back that's necessarily a good blocker, don't put a round peg in a square hole. Literally, find your tight end or maybe a sixth lineman, right? Either put him on the line or put him right here in the sniffer and just put him backside. And have this guy go run routes, be an athlete. All right? That's some things you can do with full slide. All right? Next, we're going to go to some half slide. All right, so half slide. So for this one, I put a defense on it because we need to see where the D linemen are to know who's sliding and who's not. So for half slide, say you call your half slide 60-61 or 50-51, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's say you call your pack protections after cars, right? So you call this half slide forward, okay? You call it forward right, or forward red, okay? So forward red tells everybody to slide to the right. So if we hear red or to the right, okay, we're gonna go center play side automatically, regardless of what front it is gonna slide to the right, all right? So he's responsible for gap, 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 all right? Now, since there's a nose right here in this guard's play side gap, he is also going to slide. Why, Coach Tatum? Because obviously, if he goes this way, the nose is going to come out to the line, make the play. We all look stupid. So, we tell the guard, if he has a one technique, he's also in the slide. All right? Now, we tell he's being a little bit smart, okay? Which, if you rep it and you teach it, your guys will be fine. Okay, if he has a three technique or a head up guy or whatever, all right, then he's going backside and we're both man on backside. Okay, so there's somebody in his gap, slide. If there's not, you're manned on. Okay, honestly, when this guy is here, that's still a man block. Okay, but we're gonna slide him. Okay, just so it's all making sense with the rest of them. Okay. So that's half slide. So what we'll do if we get into this type of a front, he's here and over front, okay, say the field's over there, okay, we will have the back go to the open side, all right? So the open side is this B gap, all right? So he will come up, he will check 1 to 2 outside. Say there's a Sam or somebody out here. He will come up and he'll check 1, he'll check 2, and nothing. He might come out on a route, on a Hank route. He might come out, he might burst off this guy. Whatever we design with the concept, that's what he'll do, okay? So he's gonna check the protection. If this Mike comes, he's got it. Mike doesn't come, he checks. He doesn't come, cool. If the Sam comes, he's on him now, right? Checking 1 to 2. And you're always gonna check 1 to 2 to your side, right? To whatever side you checked it. So he's on the left side, check 1 to 2 to the left. So what about this wheel, Coach Tatum? Well, we're hoping that defenses are gap sound. So we're hoping that the wheel will have to go through this A gap right here, or this B gap if they do some type of a twist or a stunt or whatever. So if he goes through the A gap, the center's got him, right? So knowing that, the quarterback knows that since we're sliding this way, this right side middle linebacker is taken care of, okay? So his guy would be whoever the overhang or outside guy off the edge on this side would be. So they bring 2 off the edge, the quarterback's responsible for the outside guy. All right, that's how we put it into our pass protection, okay? So that's half slide, and that's 6-man half slide. If it was 7-man, if it was 5-man half slide, there would be no check, okay? And the back would be on a route, and we're just by ourselves. But these guys don't need to know that. They're still running forward right? Whatever you want to call your half slide, all right? So let's get into a little bit of a play action type deal, because that's where the fun stuff comes in. All right, so play action, all right? So I'm not going to put a defense on this. I'm just going to show you what it looks like up front, okay, and tell you what the rules are. You know this about me. We run a lot of gap scheme, right? I'm not ashamed to say it. So we're going to pull guys a lot. So when we go play action, it will behoove us to make sure we pull guys on pass pro to get the linebackers or maybe even a safety to come on down so we can take a shot downfield or get guys out of position. So we pull guys on our pass pro, and if you don't, before I got to where I was before, I wasn't a proponent of pulling guys in pass pro because I was like, wide, just set up and block, right? Doing this, seeing how well it, manipulates linebackers and gets guys moving, you definitely need to have this in your game. Game plan if you do pull guys, okay? So what we would do, we run a lot of power, okay? A lot of power read, stuff like that. So what we would do, okay, instead of having a double team blocking back to the center, and skip pulling around, what we would do, okay, we're going to keep pass pro rules as close to the same as we can. So if we call our play action power pass, okay, the backside tackle knows instead of having a pick and hinge, he's setting on this end outside, right? Center is going to block back just like you would on power, but instead instead of blocking back, he's going to just slide to his backside gap. Same thing with the front side guys. He's got A gap, he's got A gap, he's got B gap, okay? This guard is going to trap off the edge. He's going to trap off the edge for the C gap, whoever the edge defender is, all right? As well, we're going to have this running back come on that power read track where he's coming straight down the line and flying out, okay? The quarterback's going to ride it like he's going to run power read, okay? Only thing that we ended up doing, because we found that our guard wasn't getting to this end quick enough, or he was getting to him back here and he was in the face of the quarterback a little more, we will fake this back and then send him over there, right? Just a little more protection, make him seem a little better. Works for us, may not work for you. Try it, let me know. All right, so we would have the back go and help out with the guard as well, okay? You could pull both guys. You're gonna need a tight end here, okay? You could have him, we've done this before, he can trap the edge, he is skipping, he's replacing where the tackle was, right? So he's got the C gap, now he's got the edge, okay? Maybe a D gap, whatever you want to call it, all right? We pulled both, okay? But you got to have this guy come up and take over the C gap, all right? This really works on under teams because we're going to put the nose right there and put the tackle over here, okay? So the center can get there, all right? And then he can just take over the 5. There's a big hole here anyway because it's an under defense, right? So we would do that. We would have tight end on the line, right? We would go like this, have the tackle block back or block out on the 5 technique, right? And trap this guy, trap there, okay? And we would have him like he was going down to pin a linebacker on a down block, and he had one wide cross, right? He's gonna go there, he clears, he goes under number 1, over the second linebacker, and he's out here, okay? And we would fake, boom, throw it to him, he's basically wide open. Because these guys have dropped down, the safety is looking for run support, this guy's wide open, because we have probably gonna go 3-by-1 over here, okay? He's off the line, okay? They're doing whatever, okay? Running some concept, and my X over here is running, he's running off, or he's running a hitch, keeping this area either vacated or he's taking somebody with him, hit the wild across, right? Things you can do, I might do a video on that right there, because there's a lot of stuff we can do with that tight end set. But if you don't pull guys in your pass pro, I really encourage you to do that because it's really good and linebackers really get manipulated. Again, I'm Coach Tatum. Appreciate you watching my videos. I appreciate all the love and support. We are almost at 400 subscribers. We're at 393. Been there for like a couple of days. We've been steadily growing. This is the kind of first lull we've been in, which is fine with me because we're growing really, really fast. Make sure you share it. Make sure you talk about it. Push it out, guys. This is for y'all. This is for the guys that, hey, I don't really know much about Pass Pro. I wonder if Coach Tatum does a video on it. I do. I can share it around and hope you share it around and get more people to see, because I want to be a resource for you guys. So like, comment, and subscribe. Retweet it and like it on Twitter, and I share it on Facebook, and like what I put on these groups. And until we see each other at a clinic, I'm Coach Tatum. I appreciate it. Let's go win a state championship, guys.
Everything around me. Free.